So last October, I shot a first impressions video for Chanel No. 5 Low, this right here. I've been wearing this fragrance since last October. You'll see the first impressions video, plus I'll review it after the first impressions. And we're also going to do 2 samples giveaway coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time on this channel, please click the subscribe button and also click the bell icon so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So Chanel No. 5 has launched Low. It's the latest release or latest flanker of the very popular Chanel No. 5, dating back to almost 100 years, I guess. Maybe early. It was launched in the early 1900s. So this is an eau de toilette concentration, and it is 100 ml for $132. The nose behind this fragrance is Olivier Polge. The notes are at the top: lemon, mandarin orange, neroli, aldehydes, bergamot, lime. In the mid, we've got rose, jasmine, ylang ylang, and in the base, we've got cedar, musk, vanilla, and orris root. So we get the package like this. It's got a little box around the actual box with the cellophane, but it's like that, and it's kind of adds an extra, unique touch to it, I think. So we take that off, and we've got the actual Chanel No. 5 Low here, and Chanel logo. So let's go ahead and give it a try. The reason I wanted to do this because I took a sniff at one of the stores recently, and I thought, wow, it's Chanel No. 5, but this was actually very unisex because of all the citrus notes. And I'm a big fan of lemon, citrusy kind of notes. I really actually loved it when I smelled it. So let's give it a try. So the cellophane's off. The package is, typical of all Chanel. It's very kind of minimalist, which I really like. No. 5 is big right there, and the Low's right there. The Chanel Paris here. So let's go ahead and open it up. In here, what we've got is like that. It's inside another similar kind of cardboard to that, and the bottle is right here engraved in the box. The packaging, which is really kind of unique. As you can see, it's kind of like a little what do you call it? Casket for it, and perfectly laid out inside the box here. So there is the bottle. It's typical of other Chanel No. 5 bottles. But this one actually, the juice is very clear, and I think it's because of all the citrus notes. So we'll go ahead and spray this on. I've been really dying to wear this one. I've had it for a couple days now, and I wanted to do a video unpackaging prior to wearing it. So, I can pick up the aldehydic kind of typical signature Chanel No. 5 touches already, but very citrusy. Like, I'm picking up lots of citrus. The aldehyde is definitely prominent. Some of the ylang ylang is really kind of there too, but it's definitely citrusy, like really lots of citrus. But I think some of you might find this a little feminine. I don't know, I'm picking up a lot more of the Chanel No. 5 DNA in here. But as I said, it's very citrusy. It's definitely lemony, citrusy, which I really love. So the other thing that also Chanel No. 5 reminds me of is when I was very young in the 70s as a little kid at my grandmother's house, her bathroom and her bedroom toiletries kind of smelled like Chanel No. 5. So it kind of brings back memories of those days as a kid, smelling very unique scents coming from fragrances and perfumes and things like that. So overall, it's a great one. It's an eau de toilette, as I said, so I'm not sure how good the performance is going to be. I've never worn it yet, and I'll give it a try. But definitely a great release, I think. One that's more unisex than the regular Chanel No. 5, and beautiful bottle. I've been ever since Boy Chanel came out, I've been really into the Chanel line of fragrances. Something happened with Boy Chanel. It kind of made me like really get into the Chanel DNA of fragrances. I'm picking up a few of their scents, and I'm really liking it. Now, I've also shot a video in the past that I have not aired yet first impressions of some of the less exclusives collection, which I'll air, but the inspirations were all off of the eau de toilettes. So the less exclusives have now become all eau de parfum. So we'll air that one very soon, but I'm happy with this one. What are your thoughts? Do you like Chanel No. 5? I mean, as a man, would you wear Chanel No. 5? And would you be inclined to check out Chanel No. 5 Low, as it is more unisex than the original Chanel No. 5. So I've been wearing this fragrance for quite some time, as I said, and I quite enjoy it, but from doing the first impressions and to now, I find that the fragrance could be, or could come off a bit feminine for some men. And in the video I had mentioned that it's pretty unisex, and it is somewhat unisex, I think, but it still hints at the original Chanel No. 5, and it either will remind of men that it could either come off feminine or perhaps come off a little old as well. Like I mentioned in the video, I remember the smell in my grandmother's bedroom/bathroom, and yes, it does really remind me of her and her smell of wearing Chanel No. 5. So yeah, it does have those touches, but what makes this a lot more unisex is the fact that it has a big dominant note of lemon. So it's very, very fresh. Plus it has neroli and orange blossom, so it's quite refreshing. But the Chanel No. 5 DNA is in here, and it's pretty dominant, which I think it's not necessarily considered the Chanel No. 5 DNA, it's the aldehydes that is prominent in all of the Chanel No. 5 fragrance flankers, including the original. The original was actually launched in the early 1900s, and there's a film called Coco Chanel and Igor. I think it's just called Coco and Igor. It's about Coco Chanel and her relationship with Igor Stravinsky, the composer. And in that film, there's scenes where she's going to glass and, in the process of creating her Chanel No. 5 fragrance. So if you're curious to see that, that's definitely one worth seeing. It's not the one with Audrey Tautou, which was a lot more popular, but the second French film that came out about Coco Chanel. But anyway, that's a side note. But overall, though, I like wearing this in the summertime. And again, it's very, very refreshing. Longevity is about 5.5 hours. It's not very long lasting. It's definitely targeted to younger noses or millennials that might think Chanel No. 5 smells too old, like grandma or to something. And they're trying to appeal to the younger generation, the younger noses, the younger ladies, and perhaps some men into liking that classic Chanel No. 5 smell with added citrusy, refreshing, kind of lighter, watery / slight bit aquatic kind of notes. That's what I thought would make this a lot more safer for men to wear. You just have to like that aldehydic smell that's really, really dominant in Chanel No. 5. It's pretty big. It's the main note here. It could either turn you off, or it could like satisfy you and end up, buying this or stealing it from your girlfriend or wife or something that wears this fragrance. But it's very, very easy to wear as long as you can deal with the aldehydic notes, which comes off like an older scent. So that's my review. Again, longevity is about 5.5 hours. It's not too long. It's very light. It's very refreshing. If you wear Chanel No. 5 or any of its variations or flankers, this is, I think, a summer edition, a very warm weather edition. It's also an edition for someone that doesn't really like to wear fragrances but wants a little something, because it's pretty light. It's not necessarily like light, like you can't smell anything. You'll definitely smell the citruses and the aldehydes, but it's not something that's going to be like really overwhelmingly strong. It's just kind of a lighter edition or diet edition of the original Chanel No. 5. That's what I would say. So that's pretty much it for Chanel No. 5 Low. Go check it out, test it. I think it's readily available at most department stores that carry Chanel. You're definitely going to find this there. The problem with Chanel is it's not readily available at discounters or any online stores. Well, they are available, very, very limited. And I think the reason for that is there's always like fakes out there. So Chanel keeps their distribution very, very tight. So you have to go to a department store, an official department store that sells fragrances like this, and you can get them. You can't pick up like some of their Les Exclusives fragrances are not even online. You can't pick them up. Like, they're available at our Neiman Marcus here. They sell them in the store. You can't get any kind of a gift card promotion or anything with those there. They're very, very tight with Chanel fragrances for some odd reason. So go figure. But if you're curious to try it, go check it out, sample it, and see what you think. You might like it or you might not. That's pretty much it. So thanks so much for watching this video for Chanel No. 5 Low. Thanks for watching the original video I did and never aired, and finally decided to air this one because I quite enjoy it. Thanks for putting up with the old and the new. If you want to participate in the samples giveaway, please put a comment down below. It is international. I'm opening up this giveaway to the worldwide. Just getting one sample for 2 winners. Please put your country down. Please also put down why you like the idea of winning the samples for Chanel No. 5 Low, and what your favorite Chanel fragrance is. Please do those so you qualify. Also, if you're planning on participating and I can't see your subscriptions, you will be disqualified. So I need to make sure you're subscribed to this channel. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Also, just in general, if you're a guy, would you wear Chanel No. 5 Low, or would you wear any of the Chanel No. 5 flankers? Let me know. Or if you're a lady, have you tried this one? Please let me know so we can get a conversation started. Also, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.